Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is another pregnancy update. They are getting to the point where there's not many more to do, which is insane. So this week's video is weeks 35 and 36 weeks of pregnancy. So if you want to find out how I got on during those weeks, then just keep watching. So first off, let's start with week 35. 5 weeks till the big due date, which is just crazy. I cannot believe we're at this stage of pregnancy. It literally blows my mind. I think I found out I was pregnant when I was 5 weeks, 4 or 5 weeks, and to think we're 30 weeks on from there. Crazy. But anyway, this week was tough for me. It was like the last kind of week of work before going on maternity leave, and it was just chaos, and my body really knew it. I definitely overdid it and it took its toll, to say the least. Like, I swelled in all kinds of places and I was knackered. I wasn't sleeping very well, which is kind of normal, but even worse because I just couldn't relax, which was insane. But on the plus side of that, Dan has been amazing. He was cooking most evenings and he was just being an absolute angel to help me get through my last working week. But my last working week kind of fills me with anxiety a little bit because I've never not worked since I left school. Did I work when I was at school? I can't remember. But yeah, so especially being self-employed as well, it's like, oh my God. But it's so nice to know that my body can rest and prepare for baby's arrival. But yeah, all you self-employed mamas out there, it's a really weird feeling, isn't it? Really, really weird. Also, week 35, we celebrated Dan's 25th birthday, which was lovely. We went out for breakfast and did all the nice things, and I'm trying to do a lot more walking now as well. So even though I'm on my feet with both my jobs, it's just nice to actually get moving and keep things moving. I am finding that quite difficult. I am a lot slower. The waddle is real, and I just get out of breath a lot. I know baby has dropped, but you still just get out of breath because there's not a lot of room for any breathing to be done. But we walked to breakfast and we walked back and we had a little potter around all the shops, and it was really nice just to get out and do something together and celebrate his birthday before he becomes a dad. But the main thing of week 35, along with kind of stopping work is that it was my baby shower this week, and it was the most amazing baby shower. My mum excelled herself, my sister was absolutely brilliant, and everyone involved was amazing. It was very calm, very low key, and that's just how I wanted it. If you want to check out some pictures from my baby shower, then just go and head over to my Instagram account, which is Molly Baker X on Instagram, and I've got some pictures on there from the baby shower, and it was just amazing. We had some lovely little games, and just having all the right people around you at the right time was incredible. This baby is going to be so blessed with friends and family, and it was just the perfect day. I honestly cannot thank my mum and my sister enough, and everyone who came, and the gifts that the baby was given was just beautiful, just absolutely beautiful. So that was lovely. It was absolutely amazing. Everyone absolutely excelled themselves. We also had our last antenatal class this week, which was basically to do with children's centres, so kind of what happens after you've had the baby and the support that you've got around you, and a lot of the classes that are offered around. So for first time mums, first time parents, baby massage, like all of those lovely things. But also if you are struggling and you need a little bit of extra support, they gave you a lot of information on that, because at the end of the day, if you've never done this before, it's okay to feel a little bit low and lost with it. So yeah, it kind of focused a lot on that, which was really, really nice. We got to like get up and do a couple of activities like with the group, which was really fun. And yeah, it was really nice just to know what is out there for everybody, especially people who don't have the support from their families around them if they live away. Just knowing that there are people there, and a lot more about the health visitors and stuff like that. So it was lovely, and I really recommend going to all your antenatal classes if you're a first time mum and first time parents, because they're just full of brilliant information, and you feel very reassured and settled afterwards as well. And then a few symptoms this week, apart from feeling like my walking is not 100%, I also feel like baby has got really low this week. Like I can really feel it down there. Like you feel like you could sneeze and it could come out, but obviously not. But yeah, I just feel like rolling over in bed is just very, very heavy. Lightning crotch is still going on, and I just feel like this baby's getting lower and lower. But it's heading in the right direction, so we're all good there. I will flash up a bump picture of week 35 now for you, and then I will go on and read about baby. So your baby is curled up in the uterus now with the legs bent up towards the chest. Don't I know it? There is little room to move about, but he or she will still change position, so you'll still feel movements and be able to see them on the surface of your bump. If your baby is a boy, his testicles are beginning to descend from his abdomen into his scrotum. The baby's lungs are now fully developed. His or her reflexes are more coordinated with response to sounds, touch and light. So yeah, lovely. So week 36 started off with a snow day. It snowed here in the UK on my 36th week of pregnancy, and I'm very glad to say that I did not go into labour. So we were safe and sound in the snug of our home, which was lovely. But also it was kind of annoying because I couldn't enjoy it, because again, being pregnant, I can't go out in the snow because it's dangerous. And also I did still have to work. And it meant that I had to change my original last working day to a different day because obviously my clients couldn't get to me and everything else. So my first Saturday off ended up not being my first Saturday off, and I actually had to work it. But you know, I got the job done, and I was happy just that all my clients were safe and sound on the Friday, and I was able to do them on the Saturday anyway. But yeah, last working day, work has completely finished. Maternity leave has officially started, and I'm ready. I am so ready. I am anxious, but I am also very ready. It is officially the final countdown to baby now. 4 weeks, and I'm hoping baby comes before that, because the thought of having 4 to 6 weeks off work without a baby is quite terrifying. But at the same time, I need to give in. My body needs this. So that's what we're doing. I also had a midwife appointment this week, and pretty much same old. We found out that baby's head is 3/5 engaged. So on the way down, I think I was right when I said that the baby's head has got lower from the previous weeks, because it's 3/5 engaged now, and baby is definitely in a good position with the legs at the top, head engaged, and the back all round the front, which also reminds me that my bump has changed shape slightly. I will show you in a picture, but it's almost gone like more shelf-like, like more square. I definitely can rest a lot, quite sturdily, on the top of my tummy, and then the front of it is almost like gone flat, and then it goes under. So I feel like the baby's really pushing its back against the front of my tummy now. And because I have an anterior placenta which sits at the front as well, it's just all a bit funny. It's still very big, but it's not as round. It's almost gone a bit square, which is hilarious. That's kind of it for things that have happened this week, but let's talk symptoms, because I've had quite a few different ones this week, and I kind of feel like this is the kind of start of what's going to happen over these next 4 to 6 weeks with the lead up to labour. So first of all, I just want to say, TMI, if you're eating, please stop. But I've found that during this week, like, my discharge has changed. Like, so during pregnancy, you keep an eye on your discharge anyway. If you're trying to conceive, you always keep an eye on your discharge, because certain discharge means you're more fertile and everything else. Well, during this week, I found that my discharge was a lot more watery, and just more of it, and just like watery, almost as if I actually thought that at one point my waters were leaking, because it was just like almost just like wet patches in your underwear. And I did actually put panty liners on a couple of times, because I just wanted to make sure it wasn't my waters. It wasn't. It was just watery discharge. But so that has increased this week, and I think that's pretty normal in late pregnancy. I also had a bad case of diarrhea, but didn't feel poorly with it. I said to Dan, it was really bizarre. It wasn't like I had a bug or had eaten anything. I just didn't feel like, I felt fine, but I just had that. But a lot of people say that your body also starts to clear itself out with the lead up to labour. So I'm hoping that means baby is on its way soon, so rather than later. So that happened. And then the last thing I had was that actually one evening I did think that it was starting, the labour. I went out for my cousin Macy's 18th birthday and we had a lovely day, had a lovely meal, but I was so uncomfortable, like more than normal. My back was in agony. I don't know if again I'd overdone it the day before, but I was having to sway a lot and I've had to sit on the ball a lot, and just out for the meal I had to stand up and move quite a bit. I was just very uncomfortable, and the day before that I'd had the diarrhea and it was just, I don't know, I just didn't feel right, and I was adamant that day labour was going to start either then or within the next couple of days. We're still here, we're still cooking. It didn't, but I think it's so funny how all of a sudden things just change, and you know that you're coming to the end of your pregnancy and all these little signs and symptoms start. So with those signs and symptoms, I've also started doing a few tricks of the trade, old wise tales, drinking raspberry leaf tea to help soften your cervix, and also eating a lot of pineapple, although they say those kind of things you've got to have a hell of a lot of to make a difference, but I mean it can't hurt, can it? So I've been doing that. I've also been bouncing on the yoga ball a lot, and again trying to walk, but also trying to relax and let those good endorphins pump around my body and nest and things like that. So yeah, we are at 36 weeks. Next week is full term, which is terrifying, but that was mainly it for that week. No work, a different changed bump, and all the leakages apart from the boobs. I have had no boob leakage yet, but that's probably to come. So I will flash up a picture of week 36 bump for you, and then I will go on and read to you about baby. By 36 weeks, your baby's lungs are fully formed and ready to take their first breath when he or she is born. The baby is around 2.4 kg and about 46 centimetres long, so space is becoming very limited. He or she will also be able to suckle for feeds now, and the digestive system is fully prepared to deal with breast milk. Very, very exciting. But yeah, thank you for tuning in to this pregnancy update. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know when all your sort of weirder labour symptoms came into play, and then how long you were then waiting to actually have baby. I'd really love to know kind of roughly how long it's going to take. We can't predict these things. We never know when it's going to happen, but it's worth an ask. But yeah, thank you for tuning in, and smash that thumbs up if you like the video. Don't forget to hit subscribe before you go, and I will see you next week with another pregnancy update. Thank you all for watching. Bye.